been a tad confusing. Great. Technical difficulties, as always, because I don't know what I'm doing. Well, hello. Welcome to the stream. Form Production says, whoa, another awesome stream. Hello. Yeah, we're back. Streaming a little earlier today, because I figured, like, I don't know, maybe try an earlier time slot. Although I can't really do that often, but trying it out here. Now, here's the thing. I already played a decent chunk, like a decent bit, of Sino's story quest in another stream, but the problem is that kind of lagged a lot, like a lot. Like it was. Hold on, let me turn down the music a bit. Like it was borderline unwatchable, and it was really sad, which is a problem that I have been having for a while with these streams. And like I literally can't I literally don't know what to do. Like I truly think it's like either a like internet connection issue or like I truly think it was either like an internet connection issue or something like that. And if that's the case, there is literally nothing I can do about it. Twistban says your notification made me drop my full combo and I'm sorry. Didn't mean for that to happen. But yeah, so not gonna stall too much. Might as well just continue playing the game and hopefully, maybe it doesn't lag so much that it's unwatchable. We'll see. I'm just hoping and praying here. And I'm pretty sure we're like at the end of Sino's story quest, which is pretty neat. And if we do reach the end and it doesn't lag to oblivion, I don't know, maybe you can join me in some artifact farming. Formal Film Production says, yay! Yeah, let's jump right into it. Alright, I'm just gonna cut the music. Infinite Void. Alright. Let me get my battle pass stuff. Wow. It's weird with the only sort of weird with the okay. It's not lagging too much yet.
Looks like no more free
Oh.
coffee for me.
Okay, it's still doing that weird lag thingy that I don't know how to it's still doing that weird lag thing that I don't really know how to fix. It's fine. We're doing story stuff. This is why I do story stuff for Genshin, alright? Let's just immediately go. Quests. No, that's the here we are. Going all the way back to Sumeru. Let's go. Oh, trap. Okay. On for a split second, guys.
What a wild and desolate sight! Allow me to grant you the blessing of water. Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much?
And back. Sorry, I need to take care of something for me. So, what I really like to do, for those people who have watched enough of my streams, is I really like to, when I'm playing like story stuff, I really like to play the characters that either are in the story or are related to the story. So, since this is Dino's second story quest,
Who's our next target?
We're obviously gonna have him.
Time
Nahida.
to broaden the horizons again.
And we're gonna keep Farina here, just in case we need to fight. This is an okay team. Yeah, and then it stays because then it is my healer. Alright, let's get Sino. Get into the Temple of Silence. Please do not lag, please do not lag, please do not lag. I am begging yes. Por favor. I will cry. I will cry if it starts lagging. It's like, okay, the thing is, like, many times, I'm not one of those, like, first of all, I'm not a gamer, but I'm not one of those, like, super hardcore gamers or anything like that. Like, really care if it's, like, a couple of, wait, actually, I say care if, like, it lags a little bit. No. My big concern is that it lags so much that I can't play it. A little bit of lag, I don't really mind. Which, actually, now that we talk about that, it's my FPS. It's on 60. Oh, that's new. I think that's new because normally it's at 30. Oh well. Keep it and see what happens. Alright, let's enter the temple. Ugh. Time flies by when contemplating life, the universe, and everything. Come on. Alright. And now we just do a lot of walking. Do a lot of walking. So, for those of you who missed the last stream, which is a-okay because it kind of sucked. But for those of you who missed the story of the last stream, um, Cyno needs to return the shard from Anubis to the Temple of Silence with Sethos, in order to rescue Cyrus, which is basically his adopted dad. And they decide, but like Cyno doesn't want to give it up, so they decide, you know what, we're gonna have a duel, and whoever wins gets to keep the shards. And both of them are like, that's essentially what happened. It's why I say, like, I'm pretty sure we're approaching the end. These. Man, I know it's kind of hot take for the Genshin fandom, but I actually love the desert. Like, look at this. Look at this stuff. Listen to the music. It's so good. It's so pretty. And like, also just like, look at Griffin over there. It's so good. And like, I understand that a lot of people are like, oh, well, the desert was like overwhelming and it like burnt me out. And it's like, okay, that's fair. But like, I'm one of those few people that actually like exploring the desert. I think it's so fun and so cool, like figuring out all of the mysteries of like the old civilization and King Deshret and all of that. I will admit, the quests to explore that could use some work, and they probably shouldn't lock areas behind boring quests. But the actual desert itself, I think, is really cool. Alright, not now.
Well, after how that went, there's definitely no turning back now.
That's free.
There never was. Turning back hasn't been an option for me since the moment the professor slipped away to return to the desert.
Fair enough.
You have to win. You need this power, both as General Mahamatra and for yourself.
That's for me. For me, Sino.
Yeah, that's right. Besides, it stayed with you ever since you were a small child. Surely that's a sign it thinks of you as its rightful owner.
Both as General Mahamatra and for myself.
And for Tiggy.
Yeah, when you put it that way. I've had to overcome a lot to tame this power and claim it for myself. Not everyone could have done that.
I mean, they explained that many people died
Exactly.
trying to harness it. Let's get sidetracked. We gotta focus on winning. We'll help you see this through.
The Traveler and I will never lose.
And neither shall I. The
Fight.
desert was home to an ancient and great civilization that, for a variety of reasons, fell out with the civilization of the rainforest. It's just as Dia said. Prejudice has pushed people apart.
It's actually really sad though. Like, it's really unfortunate the like decline of the desert civilization.
But there must be personal factors at work here too. I can't shake the feeling that Bamoon cares for many more things than he lets on. And I don't think that Sethos is any kind of villain. He's just doing what he thinks is best.
Well,
Tomorrow, everything will be resolved.
we wait for tomorrow? We do indeed. We do indeed. Uh, we're just gonna wait for tomorrow. I mean, obviously Sethos isn't a bad guy, because he's a playable character, and we can't have villains being playable characters. But it's definitely Superhero really has this theme, this ongoing theme of like some things should just kind of stay in the past, especially with the Deshret thing. Because Herb Anubis, I think, was like either a priest or somebody really loyal to Deshret, and they want to like bring him back in a sense, and it's kind of like a no, he's gone, and he should probably stay gone. I mean, okay, like Sinnoh has his power, but like it's kind of like, but look where it got me, kind of thing. And I think I went to the wrong direction. Wait, where am I supposed to go? Where am I supposed to go? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Why is it curved? Spears. It's so cool. Like, it's one thing that I will always praise Genshin for, because it has its flaws. Oh my god, does it have its flaws? But if it's one thing I will praise them for, it's their, like, attention to detail with their environments. It is, oh, it would make an environment professor cry. Am I going there? Perfect.
We gather on this day to perform once more the rite of duels, with the greatest of all sages, Lord Anubis, as our witness, for his power and authority is present in our midst.
No.
This is our most sacred of ceremonies, and no disruption from the audience shall be tolerated. It is incumbent upon all to observe the duel with the utmost respect and reverence throughout the proceedings.
That's right, guys. No heckling in this performance. Absolutely none. Also, there are no rails, zero rails here at all. Like it's an old man. Tip over this old man, he'd fall, and actually, yeah, he'd probably die. But the rest would go to the hospital.
Representing the Temple of Silence, the Defenders.
Grandfather, you're here.
Of course.
A rite of duels after all these years. I am surprised by your decision, Sethos.
It wasn't a hard one. It actually made complete sense. And it was the natural thing to do.
I know what I'm doing, Grandfather. Just leave it to me.
Representing the Academia, the Challengers.
Academia, for we're kind of like a third party. Like, I work for the Academia, but we're not exactly on their side. You know what I mean?
Ready. We will fight to have our voices heard.
Warriors, take your positions and decide on the order of battle. We come not to debate what brings our challengers here, nor what will become of the defeated duelists. Duelists, The might of Anubis himself is at stake here. Now, fight. Fight until the rightful victor is proclaimed.
Go first.
Huh? Are you sure?
Sure. We want to keep up. We want to keep our morale up.
I agree.
What are you doing?
She's very strong. Sending her out first will definitely intimidate the opposing side.
Wait, are we gonna fight?
Okay, then you're second.
Okay.
Sure.
We have decided.
So have we. Let's begin.
Wait, what? We fighting? I mean, it makes sense.
Duelists of the first bout, please step forward.
I know it's the double fight. Also, if we really are fighting, if the fight starts lagging, I am so sorry. Get back to story, I swear. Leave it to me. Alright. How strong is Stephos in canon? Or is he another NPC that you fight? I mean, no duh. Like, no duh, he's an NPC, but like, what I mean is that he's easy to defeat. That's what I meant.
Don't forget, safety first!
Ah, crap!
Hey,
I'm the
you
traveler?
there! You better play nice with her, or Paimon will make you regret it!
Hey,
A little
Stephos,
bit too
that
much
is
chatter from the
cheating.
audience over there.
Hey!
Propagate!
Stephos, that's cheating! You're using fungi to fight for you! That's cheating! Bye. Well, that wasn't easy.
A swift
even fight him.
end to the first bout. I now invite the duelists of the second bout to please step forward.
No, that's unfair. That's unfair. Unfair to Stephos. He brought fungi.
When you're both ready, you may begin.
Let's begin.
Alright, am I fighting a Signari?
Watch out!
Heck yeah.
He drank plenty of water before the bout, so he should be fine.
Wait, no, he's charged.
Yeah.
Charged archer.
Right. Keep up. Shit.
Yeah. 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 Right. And trap.
Oh, okay. Something's up with the sensitivity of my mouse. Hold up. What the heck is going on? Why is the sensitivity so weird? Ah! This fighting space is so tiny. Like, I can't even use it effectively. Okay, see, because, like, Signari, part of his kit...
I'll uproot you!
See, okay, because, like, part of his kit is that he is, like, a charged attack user. I.e., he actually, like, takes the time to shoot an arrow. Because not all archers are meant to be played that way. Oh, that was weird. Okay. Not all archers are meant to be played that way. Signari is, actually. He is meant to be, a charged attack user. See, the problem is that when you're doing charged attacks with a archer character, you need a decent range of movement. That place is too small for that. That's my critique.
Thus ends the second bout. We will now move to the third bout. Duelists, please step forward.
Oh my God, it's the boys! It's the Anubis boys! It's the Anubis boys!
I'm ready.
So am I.
Oh, the music.
This is the final stage of the rite. I remind you both that the terms you agreed upon in advance are binding. When you're both ready, you may begin.
Are we gonna, like, fight him with Sino, or is it just going to like go to the cutscene?
I
Because I've seen the
am
cutscene.
Sethos, vessel of Anubis, grandson of Bamoon, the leader of the Temple of Silence.
Yep.
For many years, we have kept our covenant with Lord Anubis by guarding the secrets of King Deshret. And even in our darkest hour, when we could not see a way forward, we chose not to abandon hope, but to embark on a brave new experiment so that we might prevail.
I'm sorry, but this music is so good.
We earnestly sought Lord Anubis' wisdom and power, longing to see his spirit and his light descend upon us. Now, I will fight to become the rightful wielder of that power.
All right. Sino, what do you got?
I am Sino, General Mahamatra of the Academia, student and successor of Cyrus, the Sage of Spantamad. I fight in defense of my power, my professor, and my nation.
Right.
And you. I think you left some things unsaid. This is a sacred duel, and Anubis is watching. So bare your soul.
What?
Everyone, old and young, fit and frail, they're all waiting to see how this duel will end. My grandfather is a wise leader. He is also known to be a ruler who is not afraid to get blood on his hands. I understand his beliefs well, and I know what he expects of me. But our faith has held us back for too long. After I grew up, I went to the rainforest once, and I saw for myself the people of the city.
Okay.
Times have changed. The people of Sumeru are happier and more free now than in the past. I thought about this as I stood at one of the tallest points in the city, gazing down at the streets below. Then I thought of you, Sino. You and I both wield the same power, yet the lives we lead could not be more different.
I like the little framing of the like pillars splitting the two. That's pretty cool. That's really cool.
Each Ba fragment of Anubis stands for something different. Might, glory, and one of many other secrets that have yet to be revealed. I once thought that the nature of our fragments must be what makes us so different from one another. But maybe it's that you've found your answer, and I am still searching for mine.
Right. Me, I like that. Sethos is a good boy. He's very much a good boy. Like, both of them want the Ba fragments for their own reasons, but Sethos is like, yeah, low-key, you kind of have more of a reason than I do. Like, my reason is to, you know, keep up the Temple of Silence stuff. But, you know, you have, like, an actual legit duty that affects the entire country that we live in.
I am more than just a warrior. I am my own person.
Exactly.
The name Anubis has left its mark on both of us, shaped the course of our lives.
Doghead.
We are his vessels, and yet we are more besides. So show me your answer, Sino. Show me I can be more than my faith, more than the power I wield. Show me the person I can become!
Dang. Damn. It's,
Bring it on!
Alright, do we get the cutscene now? Heck yes! Please do not crash. is white, Sethos is white, and Cyno's purple. What?
That's all you've got? What happened to searching for your answer?
Okay. Like, nah, we're fighting like men. You can see this. That's so cool. He's in the silence. I'm just watching. Oh.
Fight's over. Do you yield?
You won.
Yeah.
Well then,
I accepted that quickly.
looks like you found your answer.
What do you say?
I give his glory to you.
Just second. Second.
I've seen that light. That is the light of our Lord, the great Anubis, priest over all other priests.
Okay, he was a priest,
His
right.
spirit dwells within that lightning, and his will lives on. Once a warrior of Tynar, he emerged from the barren desert sands to serve the god king Al-Ahmar.
Deshret?
After the death of the
so
god
cool.
king, Anubis gathered his followers and the Tainarian priests and led them to the city of Tule-Tula. There, they founded the Temple of Silence, and from that day forth, we became stewards of all knowledge that survived from King Deshret's civilization.
Tainar's ancestry.
Barely a century passed before war ravaged the desert. One by one, Eremite leaders took up arms against each other in battles that would devour what little remained of their civilization. Only the wise city of Tule-Tula was spared under the guiding hand of the Tainarians. But peace did not last. Coveting the knowledge of King Deshret, the beasts set their eyes on Tule-Tula. The king of Gurabad laid siege to the city.
Oh my god.
And ordered the sages to surrender to him the Temple of Silence as proof of his victory. The ruling elite colluded with their oppressors, betraying the temple so as to hold on to their rule over the city. They declared that the knowledge guarded by the temple was the true cause of corruption. These were dark days, and we faced enemies on all sides. Our Lord had long since exhausted his strength, keeping the forbidden knowledge introduced by King Deshret at bay.
Wait.
To ensure the temple's continued survival, he broke his being into many pieces and began the ceremony of Anubis' legacy, bestowing his power upon his mortal followers. With this power, the temple was able to defeat the tyrant's army. Yet, we were not hailed as heroes. Strange and unfamiliar as this power was, it struck fear into the people's hearts and drove them to reject us. In the end, the people of the temple and the Tule Tula Tainarians left the city for good and made their way to the rainforest. What followed next was inevitable. The elite of Tule Tula fell and were decimated. War engulfed the desert. And we wandered from place to place, always in hiding, all the while keeping close watch over our secrets and staying true to our mission. Betrayal forced us out of the desert and into the forest. Then mistrust drove us from the forest into the desert once more. We have lived in exile for far, far too long. Yet, today, the Temple of Silence has borne witness to the glory of Anubis once more. Thank you.
That cutscene was amazing. Oh my god. I have stuff to say. But I'll wait. How
is it? Do you feel okay?
Imagine if Sina was like, it feels the same, just a little more powerful. But I can handle it, it's fine. Or just a nod, okay. Dead? I mean, he sounded like he was dying. Yeah, I think he's dead. Damn. Yo, buddy, yo. Kind of a weird transition there, but okay. Okay. Don't just load me in and then load me out. Don't do that.
Grandfather.
Oh shoot, is that his task? You, Sethos, and the other members of the temple bid farewell. In the great hall, people gather around the coffin to pay their respects. That's what it is.
Hey, Sethos. You'll get through this.
I know. I'll miss him.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
I guess you were prepared for this. It's been a long time coming, huh?
Yeah, he's been on death's door for a very long time now. I think it was only through sheer willpower that he managed to hold on to this point. At least, he was able to see this chapter come to a close before he passed.
What's next for you?
Per my grandfather's last wishes, the Temple of Silence should submit to whoever possesses the largest number of Anubis fragments. That entitles you to be our new leader, Sino.
But that's never going to
I was
work.
like,
as
I don't
I'm
know,
sure
man.
you realize. I'm the General Mahamatra. I am needed back at the Academia.
He's like, yeah, so about that, I kind of already have a job, a very important one at that.
I did foresee this possibility, and I gave it some thought. The fact is, I know next to nothing about the staff, records, and environment here. As such, I am ill-suited to be your leader.
I may have Anubis' spirit in me. But you're probably better at this, dude.
Sethos.
Yeah, exactly.
I believe the honor should go to you. Were it not for this duel, or indeed if you had other intentions, the Ba fragments would most likely be in your hands by now. I'm sure Bamoon never meant for anyone but you to be his successor.
Yeah.
You really think so?
I do.
Still, I didn't think Bamoon looked very surprised by the final result. Perhaps he had an inkling that this would be the way things end.
Well, Sethos was like, oh, I lost. Okay, whatever. Sorry. Alright. Here you go. Here's the fragment.
Well, in any case, since the Ba fragments are with me now, I guess I can call the shots. Sethos, I would like you to succeed Bamun as the new leader of the Temple of Silence. You are more suited to the role than I, and I have complete faith that you will be an excellent leader. Just think of it as doing me a favor.
But doesn't that render everything that we've been through up to now meaningless?
Really? I mean, we put the bar fragments into somebody. Me. Y'all still are doing your thing. And when I die, the ritual is probably gonna happen again. I don't know, man.
No, it
I think it
doesn't.
worked out.
This experience has allowed us to become friends, which means that the
Friendship.
Academia and the Temple of Silence will become partners once more.
That is true. You know, the best way to become friends is to duel for the throne with someone. That's the best way you can be friends, guys.
That's a much bigger deal than
Quote
you
that.
might think, Sethos. You said yourself, times have changed. You have to believe
They're
that
like,
things
oh
can
yeah,
change for the better here at the temple too.
the Sumeru of now is a bit different than the Sumeru of past. Oh, don't get me wrong, the Academia still sucks ass, but, you know, we're trying to make it better.
I will try. To be honest, I couldn't have asked for a better outcome.
Actually, part of me wonders whether Bamun's intentions from the very beginning was just to create enough pressure to force us towards a duel.
Oh?
That way, no matter who won, one of us would have to surrender our Ba fragment, and the power of Anubis would be concentrated in one single person.
I mean, that was the whole point, right? Except the idea was that it would go to Sethos instead.
Had you won,
I don't know.
the Temple of Silence would have doubled its strength.
Ryland Lover says, Pepsi Life. Pepsi Life. Oh, up to the stream.
And were I to win, he correctly anticipated that I wouldn't suddenly drop everything to become the leader of the temple, much less integrate the temple into the Academia by force. He knew that the temple's future would depend not just on the guidance of Anubis, but the support of the Academia too. So he made it his responsibility to ensure his successor would be free from the burdens of the past.
Yeah, see, that makes sense. Because it's like, I mean, the entire cutscene just went on and on about how this organization has been in, like, a sharp decline. Rylet Lovers, oh, please say hi. Hi.
His plan meant that whoever ended up succeeding him, they would have an easier time interacting with the Academia.
Ah.
With one single letter, he lured out the professor. No matter what happened after that, it would result in a net benefit to the temple.
And here I thought the General Mahamatra wouldn't care for all these trivial details.
The General Mahamatra, focusing on the details, is pretty much my job.
You're absolutely right. Grandfather and I considered this from every angle. We had to find a way to mend our relationship with the Academia. In that sense, the right of duels was just a means to an end.
So that's why he was like, oh, okay.
Thank you for everything, Sino. As a gesture of our gratitude, to those that you and Lesser Lord Kusanali deem worthy, I will grant the honor of access to the Temple of Silence for their pursuit of knowledge.
Nice.
The Temple of Silence has a wealth of information on King Deshret's civilization, more than any other organization in existence today. In times when you need information that only we can provide, we will be here to support you. But you must be exceedingly careful with your selection of candidates, lest you lead humanity to repeat the same mistakes.
Oh, don't worry, Sumeru was already repeating the same mistakes. And they didn't even know what went on with Deshret. Sumeru's just kind of cursed that way.
By the way, Tainari, my grandfather was so happy to see you. You are a descendant of the Veluca Shuna, and we are the heirs to the will of Anubis. The story goes that King Deshret chose the sage Anubis from among the Tainarians and appointed him as his familiar.
gonna say, so Tignari's name. So what you're telling me is that Tignari's name was comes from like a group of people, like a tribe or an ethnic group or something. Like his name comes from a group of people. And I think that's kind of funny because it's like, I don't know, it's like naming your kid like Germania or something like that. Like it's not like people do that. Like there are people that have like countries as names, but it's also kind of silly because it's like, yeah, your name isn't really like a name. I mean it is a name, but it's a name for a group of people, not individual. It still is what I'm saying.
He went on to fight many valiant battles with his Tainarian companions. They always stood by each other, from the founding of the Temple of Silence to the fall of Tuletula.
So therefore, Sethos not Sethos, what am I talking about? What Sethos is saying is that Sino and Tignari, being really close friends, was fated to be all along. Like star-crossed lovins.
The Tainarians who left Tuletula joined their human counterparts in the rainforest. A few centuries later, when some of the group returned to the desert, many of the Tainarians chose to stay and put down roots in the rainforest.
And that is why you can't do shit in the desert, because, like, you're weak with it now. Also, human counterparts? What does that mean?
In all likelihood, those were your ancestors.
Oh, they definitely were his ancestors. I mean, have you heard his name? Have you seen these ears?
How fascinating. My father once mentioned that I was named after the Tainarians, but
Huh.
I never knew that my forebears had such a history with the Temple of Silence.
Yeah, literally. I literally just said that. It's like, it's just silly that your name is like, it's silly that you're named after like a group of people.
I like this story.
By the way, has anyone seen Cyrus?
Oh yeah, Cyrus. Yeah, where is he?
Yes, Cyrus. You'll probably find him in my grandfather's room. He wouldn't show it in front of me, but I think he still has many fond memories of my grandfather.
If it's
Makes
true
sense.
that you and your grandfather really planned for everything to turn out this way, then I guess he didn't really resent Cyrus as much as he appeared to.
Like a little bit though.
Who knows? Perhaps all of us. You, me, and Cyrus. We're all just pawns in my grandfather's plan to set things straight. He was awful like that.
Okay.
Someone's got to make the decisions when history is at a crossroads. I will make a detailed report on all of this to Lesser Lord Kusanali, and arrange for an official delegation from the Academia to come and meet you in the desert.
Remember.
I'm sure you'll have lots to attend to in the days ahead. But once things return to normal, please come and visit the rainforest again. You should stay for a few days this time, and start to build some relationships.
Like, come visit the academia and meet a little Inazuman boy called Hat Guy, and become really close with them, and have borderline romantic tensions out of nowhere, and then the fandom clings onto it, and it's amazing.
If we're going to work together, both sides have to get to know one another better.
I will. Alright, well, bye for now, everyone. I'll be seeing you.
Oh, they're like, well, that's it. Bye.
See you soon. Come hang out with us anytime.
Best of luck to you, Sethos. Oh shit, we just go back to the academia? Okay. Okay, hold on, let me get my book thing. Hold on. Heck yeah. Yeah, we're doing this later. We'll clean the rewards. Okay. What's this? Oh, okay. Hey, dude, are you doing okay? Are you doing fine?
Grandfather, we did it. We achieved what we set out to do. From this day on, the Temple of Silence has the chance to work with the Academia once more. Real change, real opportunities. They are now within our grasp.
Alright, dude, we're just gonna leave you there for now. It's cool meeting you. Oh, can I sit on the chair? Can I sit on the chair? Oh man, I can't. Wait, I can. No. No. Dude, just sit like a normal person. There we go. Look at that. Oh, that's a pretty empty view. Alright, let's finish this quest. Let's go to the Academia. Will we see Nahida? That would be adorable. But let's go and finish this. See ya, Sethos. Wait, is this it? Is the Temple of Silence map gone? Well, I mean, I guess it's a domain, so it makes sense. It would be so cool if in some of these, like, shelves, it would be so cool if these shelves had, like, at least a book or two detailing a bit more of, like, the war going on in the desert. Because, like, with all the information we have of King Deshret's civilization after he died, it just kind of says that his civilization went in decline. And his civilization was already in decline while he was
Not this
dying,
again, Sharp.
basically.
Quite simply incorrect.
It was already at a rough time while he was, like, dying. And so, but it doesn't exactly say, you know, what really happened. And now it's like, alright, we had a bunch of civil wars. It's like, okay, cool. I'd like to learn more about these civil wars. Some book or two, I think that'd be cool. Well, that's it. Well, that's it. That is the end of the Temple of Silence. Now we go on to the Academia. I don't know if it will still be in the map, but if it isn't, well, if it loads. Come on. Come on. Come on. It still is here. I like it. I like that. It's pretty neat. Alright, I'm stalling. Let's go to the Academia. Okay. Where's the doors? Where's the... No, that's the sanctuary. Oh, it's in here. Sorry, Shimeru has so many layers that it's kind of hard to know which teleporter is which. Like what level of the city it's at. I can't I would try to pronounce his username, but I'm
Sunshine
not
will
going to.
eventually illuminate
But this
every
person
hidden
says,
corner.
shut up, Sino. This person says Clash of Clans. Oh yeah, it was definitely a Clash of Clans. There are no rails on. I think I said this in a previous stream, but there are no rails on this bridge. Ah, it's so cool. The Academia is so freaking. Man, I love how it looks. It's so pretty. I love it. Do we talk to Cyrus again? Actually, no, we should. Oh, we're talking to this guy.
What were you thinking gallivanting off into the desert alone at your age? What if you take the bucket, You told not a soul what you were up to, designated nobody to handle your affairs, and left everyone scrambling frantically to try and figure out how on earth to clean up the colossal mess you'd made.
Okay, but. Maybe people would like you more if you removed that yee-yee-ass haircut and took those glasses off.
Oh, please, will you stop your yelling? What other choice did I have?
What do you mean, what other choice?
Do you mean to tell me that after all your years of learning, and sagehood no less, the only idea you could conjure up in that white-haired walnut of yours was to shoot off into the unknown like some hot-headed 20-year-old adventurer?
Damn! Side of a walnut. Dude, okay, dude, chill. You're supposed to be a cool guy.
A one-man suicide mission, hmm? That's the best idea that one of the finest minds of a generation could come up with, is it? It astounds me that you survived the journey, and you're lucky that Ba Moon didn't finish you off when you arrived.
Well, I mean, to be fair, what's his name? Naffis? To be fair, Naffis, I was just sort of intending to die, so...
All right. Honestly, the way you're going off on me, it's like you wish you'd been there to lend him a hand. Does it mean nothing to you that I'm your colleague and former classmate?
Yes, it does, and that's why I'm mad.
I've got nothing more to say. What's the point of berating an old bag of bones?
What do you mean, bag of bones? I'm a flesh and blood hero who, despite his old age, saved our General Mahamatra from being stripped of his powers.
I mean, technically he kind of saved himself, because the duel was probably gonna happen anyway, but like... Yeah, say that, dude.
Okay, look. Fine, I admit it, I was in the wrong. How can I make it up to you? What about, a month's work at the Academia?
1 month? Try 3.
Inari's master is really
Nerds.
laying into Cyrus. Let's give them a wide berth.
Yeah, we're too young to get involved.
Professor brought this on himself. Don't pay any attention to him.
Yeah, that's just old people talk. Just let them fight.
Wow, I haven't seen Master get this riled up in a long time. The last time he chewed someone out like this must have been back when I was still a student.
Was it you?
I think I'll go around and update everyone. Tell them the situation's resolved. Want to come with me?
Yes, of course.
We can go for dinner afterwards. My treat.
Yes, of course.
You in?
Yes.
Makes sense. I'm in.
Free food is free food.
Paimon's coming too! Let's go!
Now we follow him. He's going that way. But first, let's hear the old men talk.
You'd better start packing your things. Report for work first thing tomorrow morning. I'll be waiting for you.
What about my allowance? Oh, and his lunch covered. How about dinner?
I mean, you're not gonna make me work for free, are you?
Don't push your luck. Let's not forget who is compensating whom here.
Hey, man's gotta eat. Help me figure out something for lunch at least. I'm counting on you.
Alright, where do we go? On. Hello.
Hey, Kale.
You're back! Well, look who we have here. Would you mind explaining to me what has been going on this past few days? I heard you all ran off into the desert and got embroiled in a major catastrophe.
Well, I'm involved in some major stuff.
All taken care of.
That does not answer my question. How could you be so careless? That goes for you as well. Yes, and you too.
Hey, I'm just visiting I'm just visiting.
When you run into problems, you really ought to ask for help, you know? I've been around the block. Don't you think it would have made sense to involve me? And let's not forget, I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Now would not be a good time to attempt to argue with Farazan.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. It's not the first time that I've had to talk to you about this sort of thing either. You need to learn that there are times when the right thing to do is get a more experienced member of staff involved. Do I make myself clear? Because if you don't,
Kale, Please do something.
You could shut up, please.
He's giving me the signal. Alright, guess it's time to play my ace in the hole. Say, Madame Farzan, I can see you're pretty upset. But, I was just wondering. Remember that time you offered to give me a tour of the academia? Does that offer still stand?
Huh? Wait, did I hear that right? Kale, you remember? Wonderful. Well, of course the offer still stands. Come on. Madame Farzan will show you around the old classrooms.
Good luck, guys. I sacrificed myself for this.
Poor Kale getting dragged off like that. Also, check out Farzan acting like some sort of official academia tour guide.
Kale! Cup.
Huh? What? Oh, right!
What do you mean, cup? You need a cup. I can get you a cup.
Oh, it's nothing. Just Master's way of reminding me to stay hydrated while I'm out and about.
Is it? Oh, it feels like a code.
It's code for let's reconvene at the cafe. Tainari and I used it while we were in school, and it's
Oh my
become
God.
something of a family tradition now.
Max, love these guys. I love these three so much. I love these three so much. They're like, hey man, remember that little thing that we had back in school? Let's teach it to her. They're adorable. I love these guys.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
It's a little family.
Mm-hmm. 2 people left. Let's bring them along too.
Isn't it? I'll hate them in Kave. I don't know why I had to think about that. Okay. Still inside the academy. Oh, I can't climb these walls? I thought I could. I'm not so used to it. Hey, don't lag on me yet. You're not allowed to right now. Mentioned this earlier, while we were playing as Signari for that one little fight. But I don't actually want him. I had the chance to get him, when Sumeru first came out, but see, I was saving up my Primo Gems for him, and so I had to skip Signari, and because Signari has become a standard banner character, I was like, well, I guess my only chance is to
Am
just
I
lose the
hallucinating?
50-50.
Or do I see Kaveh and Alhaitham engaged in diligent studying?
Right?
We're just reorganizing all the books we used. Look,
Okay.
there's a whole mountain of them.
There's no rush. Nobody reads these books anyway.
Why are they here?
My sincere thanks to you both.
Yes, with your help, we resolved the issue rather swiftly and painlessly. And the outcome was better than we could have hoped for.
Silent informs Alhaitham and Kaveh of everything that happened in the desert.
I see.
I said that all.
The Temple of Silence resorted to rather unique means of self-preservation. It explains how they managed to remain hidden for so many years.
And it sounds like they managed to preserve a whole load of ancient documents as well. I'd love to go check those out if I ever had the chance.
That day will come. The Temple of Silence is a hugely important organization, and we'll be sure to maintain good relations with them in the future.
Nice.
Now, as a token of my appreciation, I'd like to treat everyone to coffee.
Heck yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds great. Although after the last few days, I don't know if I can handle another coffee. But I can just order something else.
He's not okay. He's so depressed.
Sure. Let's go.
Toronto Cafe. What? I don't even know why I did that. We just need to teleport. Wait, how bent is that? Or is this new? This feels new. I don't know. This cafe feels new. Go. Oh, don't lag on me. Oh, it's actually this great opportunity to get my commission rewards.
Add
Hello,
as.
Catherine.
Thank
Give me
you
my
for
stuff. Thank you.
Add as.
And I would like this, please. Thank you. Battle pass. Thanks so much. See you later. Okay. Yeah, it's new. Honestly, yeah, this is new. I haven't been here before. Message board. What does it say? All right. Wait, what? We'll offer you a cup of coffee free of charge if you stop posting ads here. Silly. Okay. Get it. Just waiting. Every time it goes on a black screen, I'm like, oh no.
Opponent and knocked him right out cold.
I mean, I slashed a couple fungi. It wasn't that interesting, trust me.
Then there was Tainari. He put up an amazing fight too. We ended up winning all 3 bouts. Whoa. Part of me wishes I'd been there to see it, but I'd have been biting my nails off worrying about you guys.
We were
A
fun.
truly edifying account of the events. Bereft of detail, but it has livened up the room all the same.
This guy, this dude.
Hey, Paimon included all the juicy details. The Traveler just pounced and then waved their sword like this, then spun around and blocked.
Despite winning 3 bouts in a row, you still ceded the position of leader to him. That's very dignified of you, Sino.
Thank you. Although, you know, I just kind of gave it some common sense. I don't know how to run an organization like that, bro. I'm a comp, basically, like.
Of course. Being dignified comes with being a true champion.
I got to be a champion too for once. I've not sparred much with desert folk before. It was a pretty unique experience.
Dude, you're a robot. Like, come on. The venue was pretty impressive, too. A very ceremonial affair. It was indeed very cool.
Yeah! Huge place! It felt like something right out of an epic poem! Imagine this. It was like there was...
Maybe save that one for later, Paimon. Dessert's here.
Everyone enjoys each other's company. The shockwaves left by the Temple of Silence.
I think that'll do me for today.
Shall we stop off at the House of Dana again before heading home? We should probably finish putting all those books back.
These two, I swear.
My thoughts exactly. See you around.
I should get going as well. See you all later. Make sure you get some good rest tonight.
I sure as hell am not.
I need to go say thanks to the Core 30 for their help. Also, Sir Nephis says he wanted to introduce me to some of the Academia's work processes. So, I got a dash too.
So cute. That's so cute.
Kali's come a long way. She's much more confident at dealing with other people these days.
Yeah, I kind of wish they showed a little more of her anxiety when Sumeru came out and we first met her. Anyway.
Everyone's a work in progress. You never stop learning.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, no, there's still more. If that was it, it would have like given me the little thingy on the screen. There's still more. Every time, Yeah, like Paimon started talking, but like every time the screen faced black in Genshin, my immediate thought is, oh no, is it gonna crash? Because it has done that before on stream, and it
That was
kind of left a
good.
mark.
It feels like everything's finally wrapped up now. Life is all about these moments when you can finally relax and hang out with good friends after a job well done. And also, those desserts Sino got, they were really good. Paimon definitely needs more of those in the future.
Then let's come back again sometime. No, seriously, I really, really need it. Sure, okay, we had a little adventure here. Mostly had to do with Sino, and I just had a fight some fun guy. Please, Sino, let me hang out with you a little bit more. My tears are all gone because of Fontaine. I don't feel anything anymore.
Do you three have anything planned for the rest of the day?
Oh no, not at all. I have been begging for. Let's go camping again.
If not, would you come somewhere with me?
Yes, yes, I will, Sino.
That's a secret for now. Wouldn't want to spoil the surprise.
Okay, I think I can guess what you're talking about. It'll definitely be a nice surprise.
These two. I love these two so much.
Well, now Paimon's curious. Come on, let's go.
The dead past is the living present. Okay. Go to the place Sino mentioned. It's on a tree? Wait, is this above or below? Well, we're gonna go here. Because I know that teleporter is close to the Sanctuary of Sursana, which is where Vegeta lives? Yep, still going north. Alright, stop flying, let's move. This walkway is so cool. The design of Sumeru is so good. Also, no rail. No rails! No, okay, for a split second. Okay, I thought I was gonna die there. I was like, oh shit, fuck, nah! Yep, there's Sanctuary. We are indeed on a tree. I mean, no shit, but like, on a
Been
branch.
a while since I last made my way up here.
Did you guys come up here together when you were like still in school? Like, anyway.
Wow, look at this place! We're so high up!
My mom, we've been here before.
Need any help?
It's Nahida's house. Although it is a bit, maybe we shouldn't be climbing on the branches. Maybe you shouldn't. Don't underestimate me. I'm actually a tree climbing champion.
As you wish.
You're climbing to like the top of a branch.
That's a nice
okay.
spot, isn't it?
Never mind.
What a great view! We're so high up, we can see for miles!
Traveler.
Yeah?
Turn around.
It's beautiful.
This is my secret base. Somewhere I only bring my best friends.
Something a little more. Also, you're like in front of Nahida's house. I'm just saying.
When I was a student, I used to slip away and climb up here all the time, just to clear my head. I was quite young then, and hadn't made too many friends yet. Back then, I had a lot of the same questions that Sethos was asking.
Damn.
Who am I? Why do I have this power? And what should I be fighting for? Our gifts help us to find our rightful place in the world. That was my experience. And I'm sure Sethos will figure things out in his own time, too.
As long as Herba power endures, you will remain inextricably linked to the Temple of Silence. You're connected to it, basically.
You two really are like brothers.
I mean, I may be wrong, but I think Sethos and Sino are related. Like, distantly. I may have this wrong, though.
I feel the same way.
Are. Wait, no, okay, what if they are brothers? Hold up. You're one tough cookie, Sino. You're a true champion now.
Of course. I see no need to be humble when it comes to the facts.
I still remember one time when we came up here to chat and do our homework. Sino accidentally dropped a fruit. Luckily, he has fast reflexes, so he caught it just in time.
I'm a bit worried about Sino than I am about the fruit. I don't know. You're pretty high up and you're on a tree branch. It's a very big tree branch. Like, you know, you can really stand on it fairly well, but safe. Look, I hike in the mountains all the time. And so I am not a stranger to like being at the edge of cliffs. But there's like a difference between being at a cliff and then being at a place that's like rounded and you're like nearing the edge, bro. Like I think you should be moving a little more this way. Just to be safe, just to be safe.
That was the one and only time. Nothing will ever slip through my fingers again.
Alright.
Those were good times. I kinda miss the student life.
Damn, okay. You're gonna be real here?
You know, Paimon really shouldn't be able to imagine Sino doing something like that, but for some strange reason, the mental image is coming through clear as day.
Then make it stop.
Bro, you dropped a fruit. It ain't that bad. You could have dropped your life.
There's somebody there.
It's your dad.
It's Professor Cyrus. You guys carry on without me. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Huh? Hey, you're not supposed to jump down. Be careful.
Oh, I would be freaking out. Alright, fine then. I guess he doesn't have fall damage. Yeah, sure, whatever, dude. You may not have fall damage, but we do. I don't know. Oh wait, no, we have plot armor. Your boyfriend doesn't have fall damage. Well, he does, is what I meant to say. Oh no, I was making a joke and it didn't
Oh
come well.
my days. I can't believe how stupid I look in this one.
Nah, dude, you're fine. Also, when Tiggy was like, I miss the student life, I'm like, no, don't say that to me. I just graduated. You don't say that. No. Because I do too.
Professor, what are you muttering to yourself about?
Sino. Ha, just the man I'm looking for. Guess what I found in some old notebooks?
Oh my god, did he find, like, Sino's, like, childhood, like, writings or something?
Some old photos?
Yes! Yes, some old photos! That is adorable! Oh, that's so cute.
Can you believe it? This notebook was just sitting in a pile of odds and ends in the sage's office. I must have forgotten to take it with me, and no one's touched it since. It was still right there. I was at the Academia earlier to discuss my workload with Nephis. I swung by the old office to have a look around and just happened to cross it.
Baby Sino. Little baby.
Well, time flies. Look how tiny you are in this picture. Still a kid.
You look quite young yourself in that one. Ah, it's this one. I remember that. Lisa took it, didn't she?
Aww.
Yep. Looks like her work, all right. Who else could have found just the right angle to make me look so unbelievably hideous?
Nah, dude. You're just not photogenic. It's okay, neither am I.
And this one. Looks like we're both dozing off.
Oh, cheeky girl. Taking secret photos of us without our knowledge.
That just shows that you're family.
Is there something you'd like to say to me, Professor?
Like what? Like, these are good photos, aren't they? Hey, At moments like this, I hardly know where to begin. I can't pretend I'm a good person. Bamoon had every reason to despise me. And well, so do you if you feel the same way.
Don't be ridiculous, you old codger.
Ugh. Is that not what you wanted me to say? Oh, I've dreamt of that place many times after leaving the desert. Sometimes I've dreamed that I was doing research with them again. And other times, I dream of the day they saved my life.
It's really nice.
Oh, it was one of the happiest times of my life. We all learned so much from one another. You've matured so much over the years, I know.
You're so short.
Since you're my professor, I should save you some face by not calling you out on all the non-answers you just gave. So, I will do the right thing and keep my mouth shut.
Okay.
Good thinking. Take your own advice next time. Seriously, why bully an old man like me? I thought heroes were supposed to be gracious.
Yeah, but you forgot one thing. You're my family. Like what I mean is, I can shit on you every once in a while.
Hey, wait, how did I not notice this one earlier?
Lisa strikes again. Just how many did she take?
Look how cute you were when you were little. I remember how well-mannered you were back then, too.
What, is he not well-mannered anymore? Oh, that's so cute. Baby! Oh, that's adorable. My heart, my heart, my heart.
Yeah, and look how serious and professional you used to be.
Oh, I can't compete with you anymore. First you get better than me at the deadpan jokes, and now
These two.
you're besting me at those little quips too.
Don't say that. I still have a lot of respect for you.
Huh, that's more like it. Hey,
Aww.
what would you say to meeting up with Lisa again sometime?
I'd like that. Let's find a time and pay her a visit in Mondstadt.
Yes, please, I would love that.
All right, I'll add it to my schedule. Let's go next week.
Aww.
Wait, no. Next week is the tomato growing competition. I have
yes,
got to beat Zaha Hadi.
Or you could find a real hobby, Professor.
It's thing. Is gardening not a hobby in the nation of plants? Like, can that no longer be a hobby? Favorite fish. Fish. Ah, I need to hear them. I need to hear them.
Time has passed too quickly. The children have all grown up. But it turns out grown-up kids are no use. When Nephis comes after me, Cyno still can't do anything to protect me.
Self-preservation type thing. You know that if you say anything to the old geezers, you're gonna say something a little wrong, and then they're gonna look at you as if you said something offensive, and so you're instead just like, just not gonna say anything. Bye.
Oh, that boy.
You have anything, Cyno?
Great view today. This atmosphere calls for a joke out of left field, to catch the listener unawares.
It was adorable. It was so cute. Where? All the way up there that he fell from? I don't know. Cool. It seems like, yeah, we are, at the end. We finished! We finished! Yes! Oh my god, it's Celestia. Look at that, Celestia. Oh. Alright, I'm guessing I'm gonna, like, go, talk about what I think. I'm done. So, bear with the, Infinite Void for a second. Shoot. Whoa, that was weird. Bear with the Infinite Void for a second. Alright, we're back. Let's put on a little stream music back. Okay. That was Snow's second story quest. I don't really have much to say uh that isn't what I kind of said in the first stream. When it comes to like, man, why wasn't this just his first quest? Like literally, why wasn't this just his first quest? Now, do I think this was one of the like the best story quests Genshin has done? No, I don't think that. Personally, I would probably put the ones that I've played at least. First, I'd probably put Uvula or Louise like at the top tier. But this one has, hold on, I think the music's still a little too loud. This one has just improved so much, like so much more than the story quests of Sumeru, like during the Sumeru time. Because there was a time that like the Sumeru story, kick ass. It was awesome. It was cool. It was a bit long, and the pacing was kind of weird, and there were a couple things in the story that didn't really make much sense. But generally, the Sumeru story was so good, and like a massive, massive, massive improvement from Inazuma, which was rough. But the story quests at that time, yeah, they were kind of struggling, honestly. They were really struggling. Because the Genshin fandom, specifically like the lore side, they complained a lot about like the quote-unquote NPC story quest when it comes to a lot of the characters. And well, yeah, that it's kind of a weird decision because like last I checked, the whole point of the character-focused story quest was that you learn more about the character beyond the main story, right? Like the fact that Sino has proven Anubis' power doesn't really have anything to do with the main plot of the main Sumeru story. And so it worked as like a side story, right? And yeah, however, like Genshin kind of followed this trend where it really was just kind of you tagging along in their daily life, and the story was more so focused on an NPC. And not all of them are that bad. Not all of them are that bad. Like, I am biased. I am 100% biased. But I do think that, like, the reason Genshin keeps doing this is because of Venti's story quest. Because his story quest was one of the quickest story quests. But at least to me, that worked. It worked really well for a variety of reasons. I'll probably ramble about that later. However, it was one of those things where I think Genshin was like, okay, this story quest worked and a lot of people like it. Let's do it again. Without realizing why it was so good. And Sino's first story quest was no exception. Now, see, here's the thing. I mentioned this in the previous stream. I don't hate Sino's story quest. I really don't. I think it's perfectly fine. It was like a perfectly fine quest compared to the other ones that were out at the time. Like, I like what they were going for. That he had this master who like taught him how to fight and stuff, and this master was like clung really strongly to his ideals, and because he clung to them so strongly, it ended up like affecting his family. And Sino is also somebody who sticks to his principles to a T, and so it was kind of like a cautionary tale type thing. It's like this is what would happen if you went to the level of the master, kind of thing. And so like I got what they were going for, but again, it was one of those things where it's like, yeah, like it is about Sino that you switch, but not like it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, but we kind of already knew this from the main story, where it's like instantly from the moment we meet him, this is a guy who is fairly ruthless and he sticks to his principles to the T. And because he stuck to those principles, he didn't really question what the academia was doing. And then in the story, he finds out that they suck, and he defects and helps us with the rest of the story. that. We kind of already knew that this was like a very principled person, and that although it's very respectable, it could lead to some problems because he claimed on it so tightly. And I guess the first story quest was trying to expand on but I don't think it was just executed the same way. So with this one, the second one, this, you actually feel like you learned something about Sino, which is, if you were there for my mini story quest, playthrough, I mentioned that, and I think I you that one as well, I mentioned that, like, shocker, shocker, one thing that makes your story quest good is that it's actually about the character it's supposed to be about, you know? Um, so, like, it isn't about Sino's master or anything, it is mostly about Sino. Yeah, we learn a bit more about his dad. We learn a bit about Sethos, we learn a bit about Almond, but but all of that connects to Sino. And it connects directly. Like, the fact that he has Anubis, that he raised the Temple of Silence, that him and Sethos are, like, I don't know, like, they both, like, have very similar things that they want in life, but, like, Sethos is still kind of lagging behind. More about how, yes, Sino was raised in the rainforest, and so, like, he's no stranger to the desert, but he wouldn't be considered desert, which is a thing in the Sumeru main quest, that some of the people in the desert like shit on Sino for not being like a desert person. And so they mentioned that. It's like, yeah, he was raised in the rainforest, despite being a desert. Like, you just learn so much about him. And then some people might say, you already knew this from like events and stuff. And it's like, yeah, like barely. Like, before this, all I really knew, and I loved Sino, so I dug. All you really knew is that he had Herbanumis' power, he was used for experiments, and Cyrus took him in. And he was raised in the rainforest because, like, Cyrus of the rainforest. But that's it. You didn't really know, like, anything more. And the story did that. Which is what a story quest is kind of supposed to do. So I'm like, I don't hate his first story quest. His first story quest is fine. But I really, really wish the second one was just the first. I really wish it was just the first. Because, like, why? It's one of those things, like, why make another story quest if you can just say all of that in the first one? You know? And I don't know, like, maybe Hoyo just really wanted to get signed to a second story quest. It's like, alright, if that's the case, just do another one. But all of the big important stuff should be first. I'm like ranting at this point. This is praise, by the way. This is praise. I really do love this quest. And I really do wish that it stayed, like, as the first. But, I don't know. I noticed that, all of the Fontaine, story quests have been, well, the ones that I've played, more importantly, have been good. Like, really good for story quest standards. Shocker, shocker, probably because they actually focus on the character. And because Sino's story quest came out like a month or two ago, I think they already had that like Fontaine mindset for this one, and that's probably why they've been okay. It's pretty good. But yeah. Okay, after this I'll talk a wee bit more about the new lore dump that we got, and then I'll end the stream. Hold on, let me get some water. Okay. Yeah, I'm good. Okay, so, the cool little lore dump we got. So, Tignari, is from a group of people who originated from the desert, and Herbanumis was part of that race. It seems to be that they all were originally, like, jackal head people, and then over time, like, I don't know, they like, mingled with humans, so they started getting, like, human appearances. That's what I'm assuming is the case. That's pretty cool. I love, like, when Genshin is like, okay, yeah, we have a nation, but these nations do have their own like own groups. It's really fun. But yeah, so Herb Anubis doesn't seem to be a god. He didn't seem to be. I assumed that he was, and he died during the Archon War, but he's not. He was Deshret's priest. And he was a Tignarian. So he wasn't a god, but he's definitely a person of power. So that's interesting. I mean, not a human, obviously. I'm assuming like he's more like the Tignarians are more similar to like either Adepti or Oni or something. Like it's another race of non-humans who have like like magical abilities that Tignari doesn't seem to have. But Deshret died. He created the Temple of Silence. Blah blah blah. And then there were a bunch of civil wars, which yeah, that makes sense. I really do wish that we got like at least like a book or something detailing these civil wars. I really, really like Deshret lore, if you couldn't tell. Like, that's one of the reasons why I love the desert so much. I love Deshret lore. So I think that would be pretty cool. Maybe like in the future we could learn a little bit more about Herb Anubis himself and like what he thought of the God King. Because any Genshin lore person would tell you that Deshret was so he had good intentions, but they didn't exactly work. So, yeah. And then they started to create the little ritual so that he may live on in some sort of way. And that's pretty cool. Other little lore dump. So Simon's parents sold him? Like, okay, just the fact that Cyrus is his adopted dad, like, obviously Sino is an orphan, no duh. But, like, I love how the grandfather character says, okay, we needed people for the bomb fragments, so I decided to use my adopted grandson. And then we used this other person whose parents, like, gave him to us for, like, a small amount of money. And I'm like, damn. Damn, they really just said, yeah, his parents sold him. That's really funny. So that's silly, that's funny. But I mentioned this because when Tignari said that Sino and Sethos were a lot like brothers, I mean, of course I was like, I mean, yeah, they definitely give off brotherly vibes. Although, again, I'm not completely sure, but like, I swear I heard somewhere, it may be fake though, I heard somewhere about how they are related, though distantly. And then I thought about it a little bit, and I was like, wait a second. So Sino's obviously an orphan. Sethos was Balmun's adopted grandson, which means that he's not like the actual grandson. And so it kind of made me think, wait a second, what if they were actually brothers? What if? And I don't know, they were like separated at birth. Sethos was given to Balmun because, I don't know, he probably showed better abilities or something. And they kept Sino. And then while they were doing their like experiments and stuff, the parents just kind of sold their other kid. I don't know, I'm just throwing stuff at the wall. Although I'm pretty sure they are just distantly related, if I remember correctly. But, yeah. And I look at the end, Cyrus is like, oh man, what I did was like so dumb, blah blah blah. And I'm like, dude. Although the Herb Anubis thing had good intentions, and still does have good intentions, they were still experimenting on a child. Like, don't feel bad for like rescuing him. Don't feel bad for rescuing him. Although, like, I do find it very interesting though, because it's that really interesting like conflict of morality, where it's like the Herb Anubis power thing, like it has good intentions, and it is a good intention. It's a ritual that they do often, well not often, but it's a ritual that is done, and it's to like preserve Deshret history, which is like a pretty big deal in the desert and all of that. It has good intentions, and they are good intentions. And never once are they like, hey, this is messed up. It's like, no, Sino has Herbanumis' power, and he likes it. He wants to keep it. And so does Stethos, partly. However, there is that other complex morality where it's like, yes, this is done for a good thing, but it's at the cost of experimenting with children. And so it's kind of complicated morality where it's like, nobody is really in the wrong. Like, I guess the best thing you can do is just not do anything with Herbanumis' power, because if you're wondering, they have to use children because conveniently it doesn't work on adults. So like the best they could possibly do is like not experiment on children and not do the Herbanumis ritual. But it seemingly has been a ritual they've been doing for a long time, and seemingly has been successful with it. And neither of the kids, not kids anymore, like neither really, neither resent the Temple of Silence for it at all. So, like, I don't know, maybe the experiments weren't actually that bad. Maybe it was just, like, basic tests. We don't know. We don't know. I'd like some more lore on that. But, like, it makes sense that it's, like, even if it wasn't, like, the absolute worst, it was still treating a child like a lab rat. I like that complicated morality thingy, where it's like, yeah, technically they're in the wrong, but at the same time, nothing really bad came out of it. And it's interesting. It's interesting. But yeah, that's all I basically have for Sino second story quest. I've been rambling for a very long time. I like to ramble. I really like this. This was good. I really liked it. It's definitely up there for some of the best story quests that I personally have played. Not the best, no, but definitely up there. I really, really loved it. Like I said, Sino stuff, love it. Deshret stuff, love it. Desert stuff, love it. And it's also just a nice little... It's just a nice story that I really wish was already there earlier. But, yeah. That's what I got. Now, for, the next thing. So, I'm not gonna stream the story, the summer event that I mentioned. I don't feel like I need to. And honestly, like, it's one of those events that I'm just like, yeah, I'll just play that by myself. But the Days Left one, am I late as hell to the party? Yes. But I am streaming that one. Oh, you best believe I'm streaming that one. When, you ask? We'll see. Hopefully, I can do it this week. But we'll have to see. Because I, for one, cannot wait. Well, I did wait. But I can't wait to stream, is what I mean. But, yeah. That's all I'm basically got today. Hope y'all like the stream. Hope y'all like the VOD. Apologies if I ramble, but that's why I'm streaming in the first place. Alright then. That's it. Bye!